trying to say that, I wouldn't pay the kid, but I like free labor, Oh, hey. Ooh, I'm getting the tingles, because it's that time again for the best damn opening in Facebook and YouTube live history. What? R8RBEAR! You know I work hard for you guys. I probably will have to do that at least 2 more times. Let's go. What's up, fam? Welcome to the show. Check me out. Look, wearing the black R8RBEAR. I'm saying the black stone R8RBEAR. It don't get harder than that. It don't get harder than that. Woo! Updated, imitated, never duplicated. That fool with no hair, that shouts like Ric Flair. What? Woo! Woo! Yeah. The R8RBEAR! Woo! Alright! R8RBEARs! Alexa, hush your mouth. Okay, she ignores everything after hush. So, so if I'm just careful and I just say hush well enough, she kind of gets it, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, I know what you meant. Tradish! R8RBEAR! Jim Vanderlyn! That's right, you YouTubers. You got to step up your game. Because I'm telling you right now, the moment I put my show up to be on at 8 o'clock, his name was there. He watches it like a gunslinger. He's got a little bit of Clint Eastwood in him. Okay, I know most of you are younger than we are, okay? But Clint Eastwood, spaghetti westerns, quick on the draw, Dirty Harry. Jim, we're so old. Second place, my silver medal goes to Bear Mark Vargas, who does my emojis perfectly. That's my guy right there. Third place, my bronze medal goes to R8RBEAR Ryan. R8RBEAR Ryan, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Been seeing you around a lot lately. I appreciate that. Welcome one more time. Honorable mention goes out to my friend Troy Gill, who was right there at the tail end pulling up fourth. What's up, Troy Gill? Welcome to the show. All right, here we go. Facebook, my gold medal goes to, and most of you who know him know, Dustin King. The reigning heavyweight champion of the world. Looking up at Jim Vanderlyn like, my title's a lot older than you are, buddy. Welcome to the show, my world champion. Whoa, stop that phone. No, stop that. Dustin King. Second place, my silver medal goes to, for Facebook, one of my favorite last names, Jake Bumpus! Jake Bumpus. That's just hot, man. I think for some reason that name makes me think you should have been a rapper. My name's Jake. I like the bump. No, I don't need that. Third place, my bronze medal goes to Tony, who make it dip. Tony, appreciate you, brother. Tony, you got to go back after the show, find your loved ones, and play me doing that for them. They'll all get a kick out of it. Because they won't understand why you're getting me to say your name like that. On my show. Whoa. There it was. On my show. Honorable mention goes out to Karina Trujillo. What's up, love? Welcome to the show. And everyone watching, if you would, please consider a subscription to R8RBEAR family page. Please like and follow. And on YouTube, same thing. Just like and follow, please, and subscribe. I love all you guys. And we're going to get going here in just a second. Let me just say hi to everyone. Chris Strong, what's up? Welcome to the show. Pete Almeida, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Travis Kelly's always there for R8RBEAR. Oh, by the way, TNBC crew, all of you that are watching, what's up to all my TNBC fam that I know are out there watching and partying tonight. Edgar Lucky De Leon, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Carlos Magada, what's up, man? Good to see you. Lucky Pace, what's up, man? Good to see you. Anthony Ross Hansen, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. All right, here we go. First question. Trey from Travis Kelly. Hey, Bear, Jaden Daniels is throwing a hissy fit because Washington brought him in along with 4 of the other quarterback prospects. They're talking like he's upset because he thought he was a lock at a number 2. Think he's trying the Eli Manning effect to drop down. There is already talk that he is talking about not wanting to go to Washington. Now, he's not saying the Raiders, but he's not saying Washington. He's making it very clear that's not where he wants to go. And I got to be honest with you, I don't blame him. Now, I don't know if I blame him or don't about trying to hold the team and their draft position hostage, you know what I mean? Because what we have to all remember at the end of the day is that this is like winning the lottery. And when you're a kid, like all of us guys were who are watching this show, ladies, I have to exempt you just from this one thing. But when we were all young men running around, throwing a football, catching a football, running as fast as we could, beating our neighborhood friends, then our high school friends, junior high school friends, then our high school friends, and so on and so on. Now you get to this level, you're about to go to the pros, you're going to be a millionaire for the rest of your life, and your first thought is, I don't want to go number 2 to Washington. Hi, Mrs. R8RBEAR. Mommy is finishing Grampy's steak, and he must have had a really good day in Washington because he's smiling. Tommy. Hey, Tommy, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the show. And I'll make sure Grampy's got a nice big smile on his face before the show's over. Denton Rhodes, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Space Force. You know, Denton Rhodes, we're going to have to start having a little bit more depth of conversation about Space Force because I think it's just a fact now that it's a thing. Aliens live among us. They always have and they always will. And we just need to go ahead and get on board with that because they're here. I know a lot of people don't know this, but the government's already had come out and admitted it. The government has literally come out and said, yes, there are aliens. Now, are they using the word aliens? No, they're saying unidentified aerial phenomenon, but that's the same thing. You know what I mean? And they admit they've started a new like X-Files. They're not calling it that because that would have been cool, but they're calling it something else. Brandon Ayuk and Jaden Daniels want desperately to be with AP again. They want to be Raiders. Well, Travis, that's what you're hearing. I don't know that that's what's going to happen because other teams don't care what the Raiders want or those players. But hopefully what's going to happen is the Raiders really will make a lucrative enough offer to Washington for them to give up that spot. Now, if Washington doesn't give up the spot, but also doesn't take Jaden Daniels, then now we got to work with 3 and 4. So we're going to have to work with someone because everyone's upset with why we'd have to spend so much to get the guy. You know, hopefully they won't take him as far as they being Washington, and then he'll fall a little bit, and then maybe we can make some hay with him. Dustin King, you were our winner the other night on my show. You have the right to choose from my Raider Lokes, my Raider car emblem, or my Raider headphones. I have Raider, I actually have Raider earbuds, headphones. So 1990. They're not headphones, they're earbuds, excuse me. Okay, I'm trying to find my thing and turn my phone down here so you guys don't have to listen to that. Okay, sorry. All right, so that's done with that. So let me know, Dustin, in the comments. Let me know which one you want. If I see it, I'll take care of it. If I don't, and I don't mention it, just make sure you put it in my mailbox. What's up, Bear? I know. Still the best. You see how, Armando, you see how ridiculous you have me looking right now? You see how ridiculous I look? Don't be hat on backwards guy. It's not cool. See how stupid I look? It's... I won't lie, I used to do it in high school, but, you know, I mean, that was high school. Come on, man. Yeah, Mark Vargas, Washington does suck, but their front office sucks too. That's why. Travis Kelly, I did see the fire. I did see what happened. Because that's politics and not football, I'm going to say something, but I'm going to be very brief. That should frighten everyone. Because that's how committed people are to that crazy guy. Now, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it had to do with. And then we found out that the guy who did the whole thing, he doesn't really have anything to do with politics. They didn't really get into what it was about. It was some kind of politics, but it had something to do with something totally different. It didn't have anything to do with the president or number 46 or whatever the case may be. Patriots said they're open to trading the number 3 pick. Yeah, no, I mean, they made that clear a while ago because they know they need to move down and stockpile picks. Bob, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Always there for a Raider Bear. Carrie LG, if you could take Penix or Rattler second round, your thoughts? Carrie, Penix won't make it to the second round. He might make it to the late first round, but I don't even think that. I'm just saying it's possible, but I don't even think that. If Penix makes it to 13 and we haven't moved, he's going to us. So you see what I mean? I don't think he gets past maybe like 15 at most. Because if we don't take him, you got to figure the next couple of teams, one of them is going to want that arm talent. So if it was Penix or Rattler, I would take Penix. Only because if you let's look at the two quarterbacks. I want everyone to pay attention to this like this was your question. Watch. If I take Penix or Rattler, what is it? What is the statement I'm making? Think about it. If you want Rattler, you are the type of person who's saying, play it safe. Don't go for the guy who has leg injuries. Don't go for the guy who has greater athleticism and upside. Go for the guy who's safer, maybe a smart, more of a tactician, will place the ball and move you downfield safely. No fumbles, no turnovers, but no deep threat. No running the ball with his legs. You see what I mean? There's a frame of mind as to what you want, what your direction for the Raiders is. Now, if you see us wanting to be aggressive in the future, throw the ball deep, have a kid that can get loose from the pocket and run downfield for 15, 20 yards, obviously, you go Penix. But if you want a pocket presence, which is, let's be honest, what wins the majority of all Super Bowls, okay? There's only been a handful of Super Bowls that have been won by quarterbacks who can really run. Because remember, Steve Young did it a couple times. I honestly considered Ken Stabler a running quarterback. Because I don't know how many of you remember or have seen video of Kenny Stabler run. But dude was fast. I mean, I was really, that was one of those things, like, everyone always talks about his glorious moments, his arm, his arm talent was incredible, his nightlife, the womanizing, the drinking, the partying, there's all these things to talk about with the legend of the snake. But what a lot of people don't mention is dude could run. I mean, he could hustle. I don't know what his 40 time was, but dude could run. Shane Street, that's my guy right there. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. So I'm saying Penix. If you wanted Rattler, we have Rattler in AOC or Gardner Minshew. Those are both guys that are safe, play from the pocket. They can assimilate the offense and run it on the field. Both guys have shown that. You know what I mean? AOC may not have had the greatest year for us. He was a rookie, okay, with 2 head coaches mid-season. Okay, so he was going through a lot. But considering how well he called out protections, worked with the offensive line, and then scored more points in one of our games than any Raider quarterback team ever. Ever! Okay, Dustin, I got you. Let me show you right here. Bada bing! I got you, Justin. Okay, so for those of you watching, that means next week, my earbuds, I have now an extra pair of earbuds that are going to be sitting around waiting to auction, and some sweet Raider Sunglass Lokes that'll be up for auction going up next Monday, we'll start that week. And I have some other stuff, too. I just want to start showing you everything. It is true, Denton Rhodes. It's scary stuff. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I'm not really scared because I always say to people, if you're scared of sharks in the ocean, but you've never been in the ocean, okay, and then if no one ever told you there were sharks, you would just get in, swim all over the place. Everything would be fine. Well, that's what it's been like with aliens. They've been here all this time, and we've never noticed them. They never do anything with us. And when they do, even those people that get, like, snatched from the ground into a spaceship, and they say they anal probed me and all that, you never hear any of them say, oh, I was hurt afterward, or I was bleeding, or I had a lot of pain afterward. No, there's never any of that. They always come back just normal. They're all fine. Fine enough to go immediately to the cops and say this and this and this happened. You know what I mean? So shit, abduct me, I don't care. Are they female aliens? Oh, Mama Bear is going to give it to me for that one. Joseph Bear, do you think we go all in on a quarterback just because Davante Adams is getting old and the window of winning a Super Bowl is this year? Edward Lucky DeLeon, I would say the window of winning a Super Bowl is 2 years. It's always 2 years because if this team proves it's good enough and gets there, let's say we get there and we don't win. If you get there and you don't win, the owner immediately starts to shed contracts, shed costs. So you want to get the team a little bit less, costly. But if we were close and we're really good, maybe you bring in a couple of, free agents here and there on their last legs, but still can bring something, maybe a linebacker, maybe a wide receiver to pair with Davante Adams. You go for it again. Then if you win, it happens like it did with the Chiefs, where now the owner can re-up everybody because all that juicy Super Bowl ratings money starts coming in. Okay, the season tickets start coming in if you win. You see what I mean? What's up there? Glad to catch the show. They dang alien. Them dang. I say set still at 23 and get Arnold and go D-line. My thoughts. Okay, so go O-line. I'm sorry, you said go O-line. Yeah, Jonah, I was going to say defensive line, we're pretty rock solid right now. Now, offensive line, I think you definitely have to go offensive line. I would rather they went offensive line with the number 1 pick at 13, because then you're almost certainly going to get the best, if not the, 1, 2, or 3, arguably, best offensive linemen in the country. And so, see, I would just rather us do smart football. See, when we all talk on my show and I have all of you guys on, we immediately go to the thought process of a quarterback. We've got to get an electrifying quarterback, and I know that's sexy and all, but the truth of it is sometimes you just have to build your roster. You know what I mean? Now, before I get ahead of myself now, fortunately, though, we are a team that, if you really think about it, we are in transition as far as our quarterback. All of us that believe in AOC can believe in it all we want. That doesn't mean he's going to pan out. Now, I am one of the many who feels like AOC not only has the talent, but will be a good quarterback. I see that, whether it's for us or not. So in other words, if we're not able to be patient enough with him and he's not able to give us enough initial wins and we end up letting him go in year 3 or 4, I'm telling you that kid's going to rise up again. We won't hear the last of him. He'll end up somewhere stealing somebody's job. Corinna, you know what? I'll tell you what. You just bid tonight like you want him. Throw a few bucks my way, and I'll take care of you. No problem. Because I know that's not the only set I'm going to have coming in. I know I have more coming in. Let's see. I hear rumors that Coach Pierce and General Manager are having disagreements on the draft. Is this true? And this going to be a problem? What's your point? Okay, Droid, first, you're always going to have disagreements between a GM and a head coach. No matter how well they may get along or how much they may agree on things, there's going to be disagreements because, remember, it's, multiple rounds. The odds of them not seeing eye to eye on what you should do with the second pick or your third pick, is high. You know what I mean? But at the same time, as long as they have a professional understanding with each other, I think we'll be fine. And the reason I say the professional understanding is because one of the things about AP that I like the most, and I mean the most of all, he said it in his opening of the off-season workouts program, his opening speech. He said to the guys, why do you think I have two former head coaches here as my assistants because they know as much as I know or not more, if not more, and have forgotten a lot of things that I haven't learned yet. And I need those guys. So just like I'm showing you, I'm not perfect. I have work to do. I need all of you to recognize you're not perfect. And you need to show up here every time you show up, ready to work. Put foots in them. Hey, Pete putting foots in them. He ain't waiting for nobody. Oh, no, Jonah, no apologies. I get you. S.A. Big Dog, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Mr. Oso, who would you take at 13? All right, now, honestly, I kind of fell in love with the kid, Telese Fuaga of Oregon State. I had to pull up his tab again. I'm looking at him, and it's like, oh, my God, that guy's a baller. I mean, I want that guy. I want one of those offensive linemen that's just got mean in him. You know what I mean? I like Colton Miller, and I like Colton Miller a lot. And when you look at him, you don't see mean. You see that perfect Justin Bieber haircut. He smiles at everyone, and he's real nice. But ask anybody who knows him what he's like on the football field. He's mean. I'm telling you, he is mean. He's just not one of those guys that, that yaps off. Colton Miller is a mean, bad dude. Bad dude. And he backs it up, you know what I mean? So I'm just hoping we go offensive line. I really want to see offensive line. Or go big and get JD. Can he win now? Yeah. Jaden Daniels, the Jaden Daniels thing, I'm not going to get as excited as everyone else is. I'm just not. I can't do it. Because even if we get Jaden Daniels, I am concerned about his body. I'm just going to keep saying it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm concerned about his body. Not a guy who's had a problem in both his legs. Not one of his legs, both his legs. He's had problems. He's skinny, okay? I look at him and I see Robert Griffith III. I'm just saying, I see RG3 all over again. We can't just get excited and fall in love with these guys and their skill sets. We have to see the other things. If we get Jaden Daniels, I will applaud it. Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad move. I'm saying I'm concerned because the guy's built like a wide receiver. He makes me feel fat. Mark Vargas said Michael Penix Jr. will be a top 15 guy. I don't doubt that, Mark. If he's still there at 13, I just don't see us passing on him. Now, I hope we do. I won't lie. I hope we do. I'm not hung up in, we got to get a guy now. Why? Why can't it be next year? Why can't it be the year after that? You know what I mean? There's going to be talent. And none of these guys, except, the kid all the way at the top, Caleb, whatever, he's the only guy that anyone's acting like has a real shot at being, a superstar. So if he's the only one and everyone else is a project, why are we, thinking about giving up the farm to jump up and get him? Tell me something good. What's up, Wilts? Bear, I'm sorry. Don't apologize. You're talking to the guy who picked him. I picked AOC before the Raiders did. I told everyone on my show, ask anyone that watches my show, I said before we even drafted him, that guy is the dark horse quarterback in this year's draft. If we want to look for a quarterback now, and we want to get him cheap, we should look at AOC. I said, can you believe this? The guy, he's got a porn mustache, he's got brown skin like he looks like a Vato, and he's got an Irish name. That guy's all over the place. I swore to myself I was going to make some green Irish, like St. Patty's Day O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell shirts. That's my best Scottish O'Connell. Hey, Bear, I know we need a corner defensive back bad. The Swifties got Hollywood Brown now, and we know he can take the top off. Do we make a deal where we trade up and then turn around and trade Devontae and recoup the farm? We just sold to move up. The Devontae Adams thing has gotten weird because there's been this room full of people who says that Devontae Adams isn't going anywhere, and what they're talking about is his lack of control, of his contract. Then you have these people over here who say, well, he's going to leave the team because the team's on the same page with him. They're willing to let him go to the Jets, go to Washington, let him go get another blockbuster or huge contract, or just follow his friend to New York, cut a little bit of a sweetheart deal to be with the Jets, and go see if you can't win one with that fraud. Aaron Rodgers is a fraud. Fugazi. Fake. Not real. Bamboozled. Lied. Spell that. He won one Super Bowl with what was Brett Favre's team, with a pre-built defense, a ready head coach. He just fell into a good situation and won one ring. One. Did everyone get that? Did I put enough emphasis on that? He got one ring in all that time he was with Green Bay, running the place, getting all these huge contracts and acting like an ass. Excuse my French. Those are donkeys, Tommy. He acted like a donkey the whole time he was there. Anthony Zirkle, what's up? Great family profile pic there, bro. Give the Patriots back Jacoby Myers this year first and third, and next year's first and second, and hopefully they bite. Moving up that many spots, they're going to have to make sacrifices. Anthony Zirkle, I don't mind that. Welcome again. And I would say to you that sounds doable, but I would also say, though, you didn't give enough. Jacoby Myers, our first, a third, and then we'd have to give them like a third the following year and a 7, or a third and a 5, something like that. They'll demand more, and we would have to pay it, because if we're going to get to that position, and they'd be stupid not to ask for more. Mark Tomlinson, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Everyone's got great profile pictures tonight. Good Saturday afternoon, Raider brother and mama and sister and the rest of the Bear family over here in LR. Oh, no. I'm already seeing it coming. Yeah, see, you have the name of one place I cannot say. I'm not reading anymore. All are well, having a good spring time. It's autumn time out here in Aotearoa. I never know where NZ is. Is that New Zealand? Much love to you all from me and Raider brother, RN for L, and One West worldwide respect. Much love to you, brother. And Mark, I apologize with absolute sincerity for chewing up your name and your comment like I have almost every time. But I appreciate you. Corey LG, I honestly think with a full off season for AOC, I really think he will make a big jump. Year 2, and you can tell he's smart and has a big upside. You know, Corey, you're one of the few people that's actually put that to words. I happen to agree with everything you said. I felt like when he started calling out protections, started shouting out where the mic was, and then I went back and I recorded the games, and then I went back and I watched just to see, did he make the right call? In other words, I didn't watch him snap the ball and move around the pocket. I watched to see if when he said 54 is the mic, well, then I checked, did 54 blitz? And he did. And so he was reading the defense's progressions. Even though they were trying to mask what they were doing, he was recognizing it, calling out to the offensive line to protect against it. It was nice. And to me, honestly, that's one of the hardest things to get from a college kid coming to the NFL, is getting that command, having that verbal presence. Everyone can hear us say it, but I can't overemphasize how important it is for you to have that voice. These are men that you're shouting with in front of thousands and thousands of people. You have to be loud, like I'm doing right now. You have to be able to elevate that volume just a little bit. All right, are we ready? All right, let's go. You know what I mean? You got to be, it's just under shouting, but above talking. If Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama is available second round, would the Raiders get him? Yes. But that's a high second round pick for us. We might even try to trade down in the second round and maybe get him that way, even if it's just to move like 5 spots, because you just pay so much less. Every spot is so much more than the spot before. You know, it just, you save so much. If we could just get him at, our second round pick is number 44, so I would, if 44th overall, so I would say if we got him at 50, that'd be a steal. And he probably would still be available. Not definitely, but probably. Jimmy Rizzo, what's up, son? Welcome to the show. Bobby Ware, Raiders! One time for the Ware family. So proud of you guys. Michael H. Harlan, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Sorry I haven't gotten to your mailbox yet. Don't think I forgot you. I haven't. Greetings, Doc Raider. You'll have it. Oh, okay. You were talking to. Oh, wait. Greetings, Raider Bear. You'll have an idea of what I'm really saying. 3 days of high tension at work. The boss, who was actually fairly sharp, had me in on a consult with another boss, and everything ended very well. All right. That's good. More of an indoor day. Well, Jimmy Rizzo, who else is supposed to talk on the show? Yeah, this guy's rough. Wait, yeah, let him see you, Mama Bear. Maybe he'll hang around if you... I'm hooking Mom for Raider Bear info. What is it, ratings? Ratings.
Keep me out for ratings.
6 more days till the draft. Can't come soon enough. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I'd like the draft hysteria to end. You know what I mean? I want us to show that we're smart. I want to see him go offensive line, maybe defensive back. You know, and then from there on, I don't care what they want to improve at that point. I really don't. Because we know what our other things are. You know what I mean? They don't have complete and total faith at running back. They don't have complete and total faith at defensive back. We're even just now, I read an article, we're talking to the safety from the Air Force football team. Air Force. Tony Carpenter Evans. There's someone that's going to be someone from your Air Force football team. I have his name right here. I think, at least I thought I did. Okay, here we go. Trey Taylor, safety. And he's nice. 6 foot, 210 pounds, so he's a big 6 foot. Oh, and one last thing. I wanted to bring this up when I brought him up, because there was a reason why I brought the safety up. Taylor is a cousin of Pro Football Hall of Fame safety Ed Reed. Now, obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be a great player. The fact that he has a Hall of Famer in his family who just happened to play the exact same position. See, because usually when you have a son or an uncle or a grandfather or someone that played football, you usually don't play the same position. You see offensive linemen, then you see linebackers. This one was a running back, etc. And they're all from the same, family bloodline. But in this instance, the kid played safety, and Ed Reed's his uncle. I'm sorry, I'm not devaluing that. I'm not. I refuse. I think that anyone that had Ed Reed for an uncle is going to know how to play safety, okay? I'm sorry. And we've seen that. We've seen that already with a lot of these defensive backs that have been coming into the league, and their dads used to play here. Everyone's excited about getting Marvin Harrison Jr.'s kid. Why? Because he plays wide receiver. What did Marvin Harrison play? Wide receiver. So, Omaha set! Back when Peyton Manning was throwing the rock to that guy. Glenn Medina, what's up? Welcome to the show. Fuaga or Mitchell. Matt Marinovich, I don't mind either one. I think they're both that good. That's what I have been saying. Build a team, then get that quarterback. We need, in my opinion. Glenn Medina, I don't understand taking risks at quarterback. I just don't. It just doesn't make sense unless you see the next coming of, a superstar quarterback, which we don't see. Let's be honest. I had a lot of you guys coming on my show telling me Caleb Williams isn't even really the number one in a lot of people's opinion. He's just the number one physically gifted talents-wise. He did a lot of things for USC, but he also made a lot of mistakes. Did a lot of stupid things, too. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hello, Mr. Bear. What time do the Warriors play this weekend?
Stop it. That is not funny. It's still too early.
Warriors! You can't do that, okay? Naked Raider, you can do that with me, but not with Mama Bear. That's her dudes. Last time we made a good first-round pick was Woodson. Well, Craig Gilmore, you can say that about a lot of teams, though, bro. A lot of teams make bad first-round picks or first-round picks that don't pan out. The quarterback is the frame of a car. The offensive line is the engine. Now, Michael, I agree with that. I just simply mean if we don't get a quarterback this year, I don't understand why more people aren't willing to at least see if AOC can do the job. And Gardner Minshew, we know, can do the job. Did I blink? No, I did not. Gardner Minshew is legit. You guys got to stop taking that guy's lunch money. I'm telling you right now, he can ball. By the way, when he beat us, he has bragging rights. And he beat us. And then remembered how Mad Max was chasing him all around the field, calling him damn little boy or something like that. I forget exactly what he called him. In my opinion, it doesn't make a difference if you have a star at quarterback, if the offensive line can protect him. Exactly. Or can't protect him, yeah. Well, I mean, if the offensive line can protect him, though, which I think we're going to do this year, that's why I see, for example, if we don't get a quarterback, but we end up getting one of the best offensive linemen, we shore up right tackle, and suddenly we're one of the better running teams in the league, which, by the way, don't forget, Luke Getsy's offense is based on run first, pass second. Let me repeat that. Luke Getsy, our new offensive lineman, and our new quarterbacks coach, both of which we brought in from the Chicago Bears deal, are coming over to implement a offense that runs the ball hard. Offensive line, please. 13, offensive line. Best in the land. Reyes Antonio, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. I'm doing all right. I've got one guy who thinks I suck, but other than that...
He doesn't suck, but Mama Bear does.
Oh, that's why I put a ring on it. Why does everyone want a quarterback so bad and people are saying that we should sell the farm and move up? I don't agree. Well, Glenn, if I was going to argue for those people who have... How do I say this? If I was going to argue for those people who want a quarterback, I would say that they're saying that because... Look at what happened to the Buffalo Bills. They were languishing. They weren't any good. They were a laughingstock. Their fan base was more interesting than their team. And then they got Josh Allen. They picked up the kid Diggs. They made some moves on defense, and suddenly they were a perennial playoff contender with a lot of analysts calling for them to go to the Super Bowl in the next 4 years, that they had a window that opened because of those picks. Now, if we pick a quarterback, he's young, he hits it, he's dynamic, we can move the ball with him. We score touchdowns, win games. Well, now you've done what you really want to do at that position. Hey, bye, Jimmy. Miss you. He said bye to me like I give a damn. Look at history of the draft. Moving up for quarterback doesn't work at all. And what about sunglasses, Bear? I want them.
Who's that?
Troy Gill. We'll have to look into that, Troy Gill. Yeah. Armando Medrano! Jonah J. Davis, what's up? Welcome to the show. The Hawaiian Brawler, I like that. Yeah, Matt Michaud, I've heard the same thing, and you can see it in his face. He's got that Mr. T kind of, you know what I mean? I want Fuaga. I want Fuaga. If we get a quarterback, fine. But if the Bears the GM, we go with the big boys. I want them bar bouncers. Jaden Daniels worries me. Jonah J. Davis, he worries a lot of people. The guy is stickly, he's thin, and he's hurt both his legs. So you're well within your right to think that should worry you. A lot of people thought Colton Miller was no good. Look at him now. Glenn Medina, I was one of the many who, when he came out, I said, okay, I'm going to give this guy a chance, but I don't like him. And then I heard about what he did in high school. He started out, he was really clumsy and not very good. And by the end of his high school career, his 4th year, he was their captain and a star. Then he goes to UCLA. He wasn't very good. Okay, but UCLA kept him on, obviously, because of his size and his ability, his ceiling. And then slowly, year by year, he became UCLA's best offensive lineman. Now, at the NFL level, though, that's a whole nother thing. So when Colton Miller was coming in, I was like, please, you're not coming here to do your little level check, Colton Miller. You better be ready to play or you're going to get blasted out of this league. And then his rookie season, he got blasted out of this league. Everyone was getting sacks on him, spinning on him, throwing him. He wasn't any good. And then his second year came, and it was like he just figured out part of his problems. And then his third year came, and he really didn't have any of those flaws anymore, and he was starting to look like a Pro Bowler by year 3. So I'm very impressed with Colton Miller. And I've often admitted I was completely wrong about him. It's a valid concern for a guy who doesn't have the build to put on a lot of weight. Exactly, Matt. It's easy for all of us to say gain 20 pounds. I've been trying to gain 20 pounds for about 20 years. Eric Jet, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Don't want to give up a lot just to get a quarterback. Glenn, I kind of agree with that, but wouldn't you say that when you go to get a quarterback, that's what you have to do? I mean, if you really think about it, when teams are in the position we're in, they have to give it up to get the guy. But I honestly would argue that most of the time it pans out. Does it always? No. But most of the time, you're going to see a good starting quarterback. Ouch. I don't think any of the quarterbacks in next year's crop are any good. Tanamoku, I have heard that, but when the season starts, I think we should see more names rise to the top. Glenn Medina, a lot of people think Caleb's overrated, but part of that is a product of the draft. Even if the draft has a lot of low-quality players in it, they still have to pump it like it's not. The Warriors will be back next season. Michael Guerrero. SA Big Dog, that's my team. Mama Bear and I live and breathe the Warriors. We have a page just like this one for the Warriors. I don't podcast on it like I do on this one. I should, but I just never have. Because it's hard to talk about your Warriors when all they're doing is winning. You know what I mean? It just sounds like you're rubbing it in people's face. R8RBEAR, did you catch that Rush podcast with Max and Little Ass Boy? Max had much respect for Minshew and his lack of fear. Minshew is a competitor and the ultimate teammate. Yeah, when he kept calling him Ass Little Boy, he was trying to get into his heart. He was trying to intimidate him. And he basically saw that Minshew kept coming at him. Never backed down. He's a tough kid. And now he's with us. I think that's fantastic. So I've already forgiven him for that loss. Jeez. And he's playing quarterback at 6'4", 256? Damn. How did his coaches let him stay at that? I get the vibe with Caleb that he could win Rookie of the Year, but he has that RG3 going to get hit and hit hard for his demeanor. Yeah, but instead of RG3, let's go with Cam Newton. Because his build is closer to Cam Newton's, but like Cam Newton, there's no such thing as Superman. If you come into the NFL and you start calling yourself Superman, all of the other guys that think they're Superman are going to come with that kryptonite and make sure that you have to prove it every night. And then it got where he didn't want to anymore because people were beating the hell out of him. And honestly, I honestly felt like the refs sometimes were letting guys get away with hits with him that they would have normally flagged and they wouldn't with Cam Newton. I just don't think the refs liked him. And I just don't think that should factor in at all. For anyone. I hate Tom Brady. But I would hate it if I knew a referee was not making a play or not making a call for him because he doesn't like him. Don't do that. Be fair. I'll be unfair. I will hate him for the rest of his life just because. If Aiden O'Connell came out in the draft this year, he would have been a first, second round pick with his stats at Purdue. Right, and he's got the build, and I don't want a running quarterback. I want a quarterback that can run, but not a running quarterback. There's a difference. I know most of you know, but just briefly, a running quarterback is that guy that looks to run as it's his weapon. But a quarterback that can run just gets 5 yards here, 7 yards there, scoots and slides to a first down, that kind of thing. I want that guy, cerebral, win with this, not with the legs. Let's see. Adams isn't a... Oh, wait, I didn't read Eric Peterson. I'm sorry. Cooper Beebe is a stud guard, second rounder. Okay. Eric, I would love to see that. I know who you're talking about. Adams isn't a long-term answer. This will likely be his last season as a Raider. He's not a long-term answer, and his value can't be any greater than it is right now. So if you ask me, if you're going to make a deal with him, you do it now, not when you're getting like to the end of his, contract with us, and it looks like we're telegraphing that we're getting rid of him. It is great to be a Raider, Eric Jett. You take a corner and a safety out of the mix, where would our offense be without Adams? We need an offense with a killer defense. Well, we do need an offense, Eric, but you don't have to have one of the top wide receivers in the league in order to move the ball. You just don't. It helps. But, if you have quality guys, Jacoby Meyer is quality enough. If we can get someone else on the other side with him, a new number one, just someone good. It doesn't, Brandon Ayuk has been talked about a lot. I'm not saying I want Brandon Ayuk. I'm just saying if we did get him and Meyer, that would be a good 1-2 punch. We can find something like that in free agency. JP, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Den Rhodes said the O-line is the key. Anybody can be a good quarterback as long as he stays upright. Great wide receivers are easy gambles. I completely agree, Denton Rhodes. Go offensive line, protect the quarterback we have. You take a corner and a safety out of the mix, where would our offense be without Adams? Yeah. I just read that, I'm sorry. Okay, I cussed and broke my TV on the Tuck rule, but what if Brady came to the Raiders and gives us our ring he owes us? Jonah, if he does it from the front office, then okay. I don't want him on the field. Steven Shaw, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Jaden Daniels is 6'4", wide receiver, 190 pounds. Well, no, no, okay, 190 at 6'4" is thin. It doesn't sound like it, but it is. I am 6'3". I weigh 195 pounds. I am skinny, okay? And I know if 300-pound guys hit me, I'd get hurt. Even if I was able to dodge and move and keep away from certain guys week by week, doing pretty good, and then suddenly I'm playing the Seattle Seahawks or the Denver Broncos, and blow, and I'm out. You know what I mean? It just, you got to have a little bit more rump in the butt. You know what I mean? Although I do have a rumpy butt, it has to be more. I don't have a rumpy butt. AOC is the dude, but will he work out? I don't know. I'm not going to just blindly root for him. I want him to do well. I don't know he will for sure, but I do feel confident in him against Gardner Minshew to go out there and win the job. Edgar Lucky De Leon said, AOC, the porn star, got thick. He is ready for the competition. Yeah, I thought he looked good walking into the building. AOC, give him some time. We gave Carr 9 years. What did he do? Nothing. Yeah, I agree. I think we should give him time. Richard Chavez, if we don't get the quarterback the coaches want in the first round, what don't you think of Joe Mixon from Tennessee in the later round? What do I think of Joe Mixon in the later rounds? I don't mind that. He's a proven player. Fausto Orellana, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. So, Bear, what do you think our Golden State Warriors need to do now in the offseason? Scotty Lutz, they are going to draft Bronny James. They're going to make a trade for LeBron James. They're going to have the two of them on their roster for 1 year. And I think Klay Thompson is going to finish his career as a Laker, where his dad, Michael Thompson, played. Okay, wait a minute, Jimmy. No, wait a minute, Jimmy. You say I'm not smart. You said to me goodbye 10 minutes ago. Okay, so you're still watching my show. So either you like my show or you don't. Make up your mind, sir. Oh, he says bye again. No, you don't get 2 goodbyes. This better be your last goodbye, Jimmy. Jimmy Rizzo. He sounds like a mobster anyway. Mark Tomlinson, it's all good. It means New Zealand's Raiders. Okay, Bear. Brother, I live in Christchurch, South Island. Nice. One West worldwide respect. Much respect back, Mark. I appreciate the love. He has had 3 the last year. He knows what he's doing in the draft. Yeah. Trogiel, I hope we don't trade the farm for a quarterback, please. We need our picks for the other players to build. Do you think, Bear, we do that? Well, I do think we do that, but at the same time, if we don't, I do think our team is good enough right now that if we do go get that quarterback, we still have enough picks that we can build this team up around that quarterback. So if you get Penix at 13, you're still going to get a great corner in the second round or an offensive lineman, then a corner with the third, and then 4, 5, 6, and 7, 7, 7 is just whatever else you have in places of need. This draft has a few generation guys. Rice's wide receiver, body size and hands, and Taylor defensive tackle, incredible first step. Matt showed there is a lot of talent in this draft, especially at offensive lineman. That's why I'm kind of excited about that. Jonah Ja Davis, I think Jerry Rice's son is probably going to be a third-round pick. Third or fourth-round pick, somewhere in there. Maybe on name recognition he goes up a little higher, though. Nisi Tweet Thomas, what's up, girl? Welcome to the show. Always there for R8RBEAR. Oh, I like your hair in that profile picture. Okay, is that pizza guy still here? Where's the pizza guy? I'm looking for his comment. I know he didn't really leave, did he? Did he finally leave me? I always love when I have a troll telling me my show sucks. And I'm like, wait a minute, why are you still here? The show's damn near over and you're still here. But my show sucks? I like the sound of my own voice. Well, how the hell else am I going to do a show? I can't, sign language. I'm not that good at it. That was all gibberish. None of that was real. Sorry. Anthony Zirkle, Colton Miller was a solid first-round pick. What time are you starting your best draft day show? I don't know exactly what time the draft starts, Bill, but I usually start a little bit before it. Somewhere a half an hour to an hour before the draft actually starts, I'll go up. Tony Carpenter Evans. I like QB1 of Tennessee, Joe Mixon. Big Al Davis style arm. Well, Richard, honestly, guys like that, if they're going to be there, I do think that the Raiders are going to make a move at a quarterback, even if it isn't a premier name guy. So in other words, if they get to the second or the third round, probably the third, if they see one of these prime guys like your guy Joe Mixon in the third, then maybe they pull the trigger. Anna Diaz Rincon, what's up, love? Welcome to the show. I heard you weren't feeling too good. I'm sorry about that. Well, Glenn Medina, instead of looking at it as draft speculation, let's just do this. I'm excited about the fact that no matter which direction we go with our picks, it's going to improve the team. And we already have a team that, coming from last year, with the defense improving drastically in those last 8 games, the offense getting confident, almost making a dent. I think this team is close. Now, I don't know how many of you saw all the different interviews with the players as they were coming in for their offseason workouts, but Andre James was one of the first that when he got to the podium, he was smiling ear to ear, and the reporter asked him, he goes, what? Why are you so excited? Why are you smiling? And he said, you can feel the buzz in the building. I liked hearing that from him. He said, and I quote, you can feel the buzz in this building. It feels different in here. I was like, okay. Appreciate the love, Bill. Anna, I believe you were a bar bouncer. Absolutely. You don't want bar bouncers. You want some corn-fed good old redneck boys that like to fight. Okay, Jim. Bear, I remember what you said about AOC. He was better than what we picked him at. No wristbands and calling an audible freely. Stood in the pocket and took his hits. We know he's durable. A whole offseason as QB1. Say, let it fly. AOC! He's going to be nice, man. Don't get me all fired up, Travis Kelly. Bear, I want to gain 20 pounds. Come back to Cali and hang with me. I need to do that, brother. I really do. Jimmy may hate your voice, but my 2-year-old daughter does happy stems and flaps when you come on. Hi, Raiders! Mwah, love her for that. Brian Balding, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Jonah J. Davis, I don't like to root on any team besides the Raiders, but then the Texans are going to be fire. Well, Jonah, I'm only talking about the Warriors of basketball. I don't root for other football teams. But I get what you're saying. I don't do that. What do you think about Deion Sanders' boys? Are they any good in your opinion? Honestly, I was surprised about his son at quarterback. I thought that he might actually have a chance to do something at the NFL level, just because his dad will have his mind in the right place. That'll allow his body to do the rest. And whereas most guys going in, your head's spinning with how you should do your interviews and what you should say and how you should work out, how you should eat, what the coaches expect of you. You know, all that stuff is, dizzying, terrifying to normal players coming into the league. Whereas Deion's kid, he's going to be coached up to prepare and prepared mentally for all of that before he gets there. Which is another reason why whoever pulls Deion's kid out of college, ranks into the NFL, has to be careful not to get seduced by the fact that the kid's going to be so polished. It may just be polished because he's been coached, and then he gets to your team and he can't play. Mr. R8RBEAR, I saw a video clip that showed Mr. Minshew with a black t-shirt that said little ass boy. I thought that was funny. Yeah, Tommy, he's a good sport, a cool guy. Speaking of the refs, I get poor officiating happens and do agree refs should, but can't ever let that be an excuse for why you lose. No matter how poor the officiating is, it's got to be able to overcome it. Well, and Scotty, what I hate is when the referees say we swallow the whistle late in the game because we don't want to decide the game. We want to allow the players to decide it on the field. But you don't allow the players to decide it on the field if one of them is clearly held and can't catch the ball because he's being tackled by a defensive back and you didn't want to interfere, so you don't throw a flag and the game ends. You can't do that. If it's holding, throw the flag. Late or not late. You're not affecting the game. The players on the field are. If he held, he did it. Mr. Took Your Soul, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Travis McNeil, I see you there. What's up, man? Kim Calhoun! Putting foot, said Jimmy. Especially if it's Jimmy Garoppolo. Penix at 13, the end. What's up, Al? Hey, listen, Al, try not to talk quite so much, okay? I'm trying to get a word in edgewise. I love the sound of my voice. I do. I mean, I don't know why he said that. Was that supposed to be like an insult? This guy loves the sound of his own voice. Is that bad? It's not good. Bear, how do they get these players to come to camp that don't get signed after the draft? Most of the times they just reach out to the teams through agents. It's not hard. And they'll get walk-ons and things like that. It starts at 4 o'clock Arizona time. John Leon, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. No problem. Yeah, Mark, 6'5", 235 for a quarterback, that's prototypical. That's prototypical. That's what you want. Good frame, but not too big. Good height, but not too tall. That's 6'5", 235 is almost, I would say, is perfect. Quarterback physique-wise, perfect. I feel the same about the buzz. Jack Jones was pumped. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Vera's baby boy Max is going to be hell getting snubbed at the Defensive Player of the Year. Y'all about to see a supercharger on that motor. Yeah, he's coming for it. Get my little ass boy t-shirt today. They on Amazon for $17. Alexa, resume. All right, that's my show. Much love. Shout out to our armed forces. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force. For all you do, the energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice. Active and veteran. Much love. R8RBEAR! I'm saying I think offensive line, then defensive back, offensive line, then defensive back, and then Linebacker. No. Safety. Then linebacker. Then maybe running back. Because remember, we re-signed Amir Abdullah, so we have depth there. All right, we're good. Never mind. We'll talk about it more. Much love. Have a great week.